Yo, what's happening, people? You're listening to the Rest Things podcast, the Kenny Omega approved podcast. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, you already know this podcast is by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Bow!
I just did that, just collect some coins from that. Because Myron Reed, bro, everyone goes to Myron Reed for their videos. I don't even know.
Even if it's like chatting to David Francisco or chatting to Ray, like, yo, bro, if you got any spare clips.
Because what's mad is that when I go to shows and that, yeah, and the wrestlers come out, it's just normally their name or like the event card and it's like, bro, why didn't you have like a flashy like video? People take you serious, innit? Do you get what I mean? Even if I just film a bit and have like, you see back in the day, you get like the world's greatest tag team. You get a shirt on Benjamin's face, you get Charlie Hart's face and things like that. And it cuts to them in ring, like, do you get what I mean? Even stuff like that, sick, man. I think Roy Johnson had one like that. I told him OJMO's got something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I ain't wore the shirt in time. I found it in my house clothes, bro. Yeah, I'm slacking. Hey, Mandem, if you want any wrestling's merch, man, go buy them and check our link in the bio. It's on the link tree sort of thing. Go and buy our merch, man. And if you got our merch, take a picture, send it to us, and yeah, we'll feature you in the episode. And if you do want to come episode, hit us up as well. And yeah, just make it happen.
Anybody can come on the podcast, by the way.
Yeah, anyone.
As long as you're not homophobic or racist.
Yeah.
And if you got a big back and you're a woman,
You're mad.
fair play, you could come.
You're mad.
Amazing.
Listen, the forbidden door is never forbidden. It's always open, fam. So even I'm seeing you, bro. Man's doing bookings now.
Yeah,
Jeez.
man. Listen,
I see that.
that was even a joke as well. Like,
No, it's not even a joke, bro. Take it as it is, man.
Yeah, man.
I like that. So.
I've noticed we have other
haven't actually-
podcasts
yeah.
haven't really shouted us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're thinking, these men are booked and busy, so they don't know.
We need
Holler
to
at us, please,
we need
holler
to
at us.
another link up with Kick Out, man. Kick Out podcast, man.
Oh, fuck.
I load.
Trust me. Another thing of Kick Out, man. But
There's loads of podcasts on
Yeah.
Anyway, so
you know how the thing goes. Always got a special guest on the podcast. Before I introduce you, bro, we're gonna go through and introduce ourselves. But episode 92 of the Wrestling Podcast is the white t-shirt wearing, sharp shooting for real, cameras, you know all of them. Anafi, Foolish Professional. To my left, I got
Yo, people, it's your boy NK, aka the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, aka the Hood Japanese correspondent, aka the CEO, the president, the commissioner of the TDM Tokyo Dome Merchants. We in the building.
when I say guap, you say daddy. Guap.
Daddy.
Guap.
Daddy.
The strong star rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Jericho loving, son of a gun. It's your boy Doughboy, aka Swoldy Lee, aka Blusky Harris, aka Pro Guap Tees, aka the Nostalgia Police, aka I'm not gonna lie, God forgive me if I bust my nine.
Too much sweets in my mouth. It's your boy Sam Blacks, Mr. Controversial, Underdog, Mr. Top 5
Dead or alive,
Mr. Hot Takes, Mr. 150
million percent,
and we're here, man.
aka Mr. Roly Poly.
Mr. Really.
It's egregious at
Yo,
this
trust me,
point.
fam.
Yeah.
You're moving on. We're on Baz today,
I
but
was
we'll
watching
talk
that
about that.
episode, he was like, fuck, I nearly dropped my road. Oh, Ness, you
Trust
have
me,
to do
fam.
that. We get it.
Man. Sorry, man.
And we have a very
special guest.
special guest.
Before I introduce you, yeah, I can't lie. This guy is...
He's been my op for like the
Yeah,
past
he
month.
rattles still. He's a rattler still. He's a
Been
rattler
my
still.
op for the past month. And the thing is,
rattler.
yeah, you'll be arguing with people on Twitter, but when you actually meet them, they're like the coolest people.
I beg you from now, please.
They're mad cool.
Show your picture, please. Show your face,
Oh,
man.
the big. Oh,
I mean your face. I want to see your face on Twitter, man.
Oh,
I need to know who I'm talking to, innit?
you know what's actually so funny? Yeah. My Twitter Abby is literally Dave Chappelle, and he's
Rick James,
no,
innit?
it's not Rick James.
Who is it?
It's that character. He's like the player hater.
Oh, the player, the pimps.
Yeah, the pimps.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
player haters, isn't it? So basically, every time I see you guys, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do my Abby proud, and I'm gonna hate. And make sure that I do it proud. But yeah, man, nah.
So you're basically like a heel type of character.
Yeah.
I think we'll get along then. Yeah.
I hear that.
Nah, do you know what it is? Sometimes, like, for me, yeah, I don't like to argue on Twitter, but some of the stuff you say, sometimes I was like, I want to say something, but I can't.
Do you know what? Let me be real, yeah?
Yeah.
I only do it like, I'll never do it in a way of like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's never nothing like that, innit? I just like to kind of like, I hope you're in on the joke when I'm cooking you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Jeez, man already knows. Man said when I'm cooking you.
where, like, do it is like, because certain people, with you, man, like, I'll never make it a deep thing, but certain man will like comment on my stuff and be like, oh, like, and it'll be a bit like passive, innit? Like, oh, you clearly don't know your stuff, or you're clearly like a WWE guy, or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, turn the ignition a bit more.
Yeah.
Start
Cooking.
grilling them, innit?
Yeah.
But like, when I'm on Twitter, it's always a banter thing, and I feel kind of bad because the girl that actually introduced me to this podcast.
What's her name?
Daniela.
Daniela, you know her personally, yeah?
Well, on Twitter.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's not a good start, is it? But
that's fine.
so basically, there was a conversation about your top 5 wrestlers, right? And
the Rock thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, before you go, bro, introduce people need to know who you are, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
My name is Jimmy, aka. I don't have any more. I'll think of the AKs at the end. Yeah. But, I didn't know you man were doing that. I should have prepared. But yeah, like Jimmy. But Twitter handle is Groovy Jimmy 97. The most electrifying Twitter handle.
you know this guy. I swear, you know. Even me when he said Groovy Jimmy, I was like, Dave Chappelle. I said Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And I said, what else is Rick James first, innit?
James,
speaking to the mic, We've done this. So, what match is that? Kofi Kingston's match?
No,
AJ Styles. Roman
Reigns.
Head of the table, bro. Head of the table. Danilo, acknowledge me. But I felt bad because not felt bad, but I thought, I hope she knows I'm joking, innit? Because she basically said something about The Rock, which would obviously launch this whole conversation. But she was like, and I don't mind you not having The Rock in your top 5. But she implied that having him in your top 5 was laughable.
Yeah.
I said,
I remember that one.
no way. I was about to go to bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the
I can't
morning.
believe I'm hearing this.
I was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I saw that tweet, and I was like, oh hell no. And then obviously, and then we just had a conversation, and then we just started doing Twitter stuff in it and like talking and that. But like obviously, it's nothing personal. It's not that she don't know her stuff or nothing. But the opinions just differ in it. It's all banter at the end of the day. But The Rock is top 5.
Yeah.
Even
150
even
million
top
%.
3, even top 2. Anyway.
Yeah, trust me.
I think that's why I get on with you, because as much as we might have different opinions, we know at the end of the day it's not that serious, because outside of wrestling we have lives. With a lot of the people that we that's why I always say to you, listen, if I don't know you personally or if I don't respect your opinion, there's no point debating, because at the end of the day, this is a dictatorship. I do not have time to argue with nobody. I don't care who you are.
You was the one that said Dean Malenko is better than Shawn Michaels, isn't it?
Yeah, of course I said.
I'll see you.
No, the thing is, a lot of people. But the thing is, I think, especially with Twitter as well, when it comes to like a certain type of discourse. People want keywords. People know what I'm saying when I say he's a better wrestler. I'm not saying overall, like, I'd rather watch a Dean Malenko match than the Shawn Michaels match. Let's be real, Shawn Michaels is a much better spectacle than Dean Malenko. And that's not me ever saying that Shawn Michaels is shit, because I love Shawn Michaels, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of like workers,
Dean Malenko.
Come on, man, let's be real, you know what I'm saying? But obviously with Twitter, people act like they're uneducated. They want to be told, like, no, this is this, A is A, B is B, 2 + 2 = 4, and sometimes it's like, you know what I'm talking about, like, let's be real.
It does help though sometimes, because sometimes some people's takes on Twitter, you're seeing them like, I want to say something, but then again, they put like a tweet under and they say what they actually mean it. So sometimes it does help. Because Twitter, Twitter is like a highlight too, so you scroll past, see something that triggers you, but when you look into it, you're like, okay, cool, it's actually like deep. So it does help. But I hear that though.
Every man here, like, if we converse on Twitter, that's calm. But if I don't know you,
you come chat shit,
and you've got, I'm addicted to wrestling and comment on your bio, don't fucking message me. I don't have your time. Fuck off.
If wrestling isn't your profession, but it's in your bio, I don't think we should be having a conversation.
Yeah,
because them mans are nuts.
No, the problem is people use the fact that they watch wrestling as a personality trait, and I'm like, bro,
that's not a personality trait.
It's not like, do you know what I'm saying? People be like, I'm a like I said,
say that at recess.
But trust me, say that, bro.
Hey, I watch wrestling.
What you saying, babes? Babes, what did you think of Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker?
Have you seen
exhilarating match, innit?
But wait,
they're always gonna walk away from it.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok here? He basically moves to girls here talking
about football, about thingy, about Chelsea, innit?
About Chelsea. So imagine I'm like to a girl. So basically, you see in New Japan, yeah, Okada basically had the match with Tanahashi, yeah. And what you have to understand, bruv, they don't work like that, man.
They don't work like that.
They'll dry up in an instant.
Yo, babe,
to be honest, it depends what girl you're talking to though, because there's certain girls out there that still watch wrestling on the side.
If you find a wrestling stand at recess, marry her, bro.
Oh yeah, no,
marry her.
Marry her.
And if she's got a back, I'll propose there and then, bro.
Hopefully that's the first requirement. I don't care how good you are at wrestling.
I want to touch on something quickly. I think it's between us. I think everyone can relate to this, even if you're male, female, you can relate to this. So basically, as you know, clocks went back on Sunday. It gets dark quickly and stuff, and I think right now is the time, even from now to like I say January or February, a lot of people go into depression and their mental health gets messed up. So I wanted to touch on something quickly and, talk about like mental health on a certain level, which I'm sure all of us can relate to. I'm sure there's been time where everyone here has literally come to the podcast and you're feeling bare down and that. Do you guys agree?
Facts.
You can see my face on several episodes. Several episodes. My mum got into me like, why do you look so...
But one thing I was going to say to that was this, is that I feel like WRESTHINGS and the whole, us doing this, coming in on a Wednesday or Thursday, even on a Saturday when we're recording content, whatever, it kind of like helps me forget about all that sort of stuff. I'll be real with you, there's times where I've come into this podcast, and I've just got stuff in the back of my head. And it's not stuff to do with film, it's like family stuff and, stuff to do with like, like myself, do you get what I mean? I'm not feeling it, do you get what I mean? I'm feeling down and that. But as soon as the camera's recording, as soon as this roadcaster's recording and I'm seeing you guys and you guys are laughing and stuff, bro, I just forget about everything. Same. Obviously, there's times where I'm still thinking about it and I'm like, shit, when I leave this place, I'm gonna have to deal with it. But then again, I'm like to myself, let me enjoy what's happening now. Because what is happening now is what is gonna, take me away from this stuff. It's like it's a form of escapism, right?
Definitely. And
I'm loving it, man.
I even say it privately to Anafi sometimes. I just say, WRESTHINGS is just my perfect escape. This year has been a lot for me mentally because a lot of things which happened before, I've just fucked up a lot of things. Obviously, it's kind of mad. I'm gonna say it in the pod, but
no, wait. Before you say it, if it's too deep, then don't say it. If it's mad deep, don't say it.
Okay.
Yeah, just
wait till we do Patreon or something, innit?
Yeah,
Let people pay for that, innit?
But when people
if you don't feel comfortable, don't say it.
If you don't feel comfortable, don't say it. If you have to think about it, don't say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want you to talk about. I just want to just talk about mental health in general and how
mental health.
Yeah, just so we can, because a lot of people out there, like I said, once the clocks go back and it starts getting dark quickly, bro, it's hard, man. Like things just pick up mad fast. You know what I mean? People go through stuff. People have lost family. People have lost friends. People have lost jobs, and that this is kind of like the time that shit like that happens, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I just wanted just to touch on that quickly and just talk about it. If you guys got something
what
to say
have
about
been kind of like your coping mechanisms of like escaping that kind of like mindset?
Well, actually, funny enough, it has actually been wrestling. Like a lot of the times when like things just get like mad hard or mad, uneasy, wrestling has always been like a great escapism. Because I guess even if you're angry at what they're doing or who's winning and who's losing, that menial being angry at something menial is way better than being angry at something that's really affecting your day-to-day life. Because obviously, like you said, we have a life outside of wrestling. So, but even if you're angry at that wrestling thing, it's very, minor. It feels minor. You can scream and whatever, it feels minor. And then when you're excited, it just feels like it feels great to be enjoying something. I remember around it was November 2019. And that's when things started just, like the weather, like you were saying, just,
things are getting dark
really
enough to,
And that was the night Survivor Series was there. And that was when, and one match in particular that was just so exciting was when Raw, SmackDown and NXT, the men to the match. And that was the first time I saw Keith Lee.
First time I saw Keith Lee?
Yeah, because that was the first time I saw Keith Lee. It's mad because when he was walking, I was like, yeah, this guy's going to get... I thought he was going to get knocked out in fight. You know the guy that he's the first pin for? Yeah. I thought that was his job.
Funny enough, was Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
It
was very surprising.
Because I knew Walter, because they even bigged him up and they were like, oh yeah, he's that guy and he can chop your head off and nothing like that. And I saw Keith Lee and I didn't know him. So I just went, oh, okay, so he's going to eat the pin. Man lasted to the end of the whole thing, was doing moonsaults. I was like, what?
Crazy, innit?
That spirit bomb...
Serious
bro, that spirit bomb kick out, yeah.
No, the way Roman sold it was too serious.
Roman is the king. I don't even know you could be the king of this, but he's the king of the 2.9 kick outs, fam. That kick out was mad. Because them ones where someone is supposed to win, but when that moment happens, you think they've lost. That was unbelievable. And then he won. I was like, okay, this is a great match. And then in that moment, I kind of forgot about a lot of what was going on. So wrestling is definitely just menial things, man, like TV, sitcoms and movies and like just people underrate distractions, man. People underrate the small distractions.
So I'm going to say also that community, like having a community, even stuff like the WRESTHINGS group chat,
helps a lot.
It helps. Even stuff like, for example, I remember when we all watched All Out. I had a bad day that day. I'll put it that way.
But
I had a bad
I mean
day
the
that
first
day.
ever All Out.
No, the most recent one.
we watched it together.
Right. Okay.
You couldn't even tell though.
Huh?
As soon as you walked in, you couldn't even tell.
Yeah, no, because I was excited because the thing is I was excited to watch like wrestling in it, but like I was not in a good mood that day. You could tell.
You can tell. I couldn't tell.
No, because there's times where NK was quiet in it. I know. See, you told us.
on
You
the
told us.
vlog. Yeah.
You told us what happened in it. So I'll just be
yeah.
sitting next to NK and he's just mad quiet.
Because there's times when he's like that. Do you know what I mean?
He's just pondering. Like, how can my life become like this? How can my life become this?
Yeah. But just like being just
You know that video is like, I know I have talent.
but
I know I have talent.
you know the accuracy of that statement.
What is wrong with me?
Hey, what country you from, brother?
I'm from Congo.
I swear,
right.
jeez. Zwap, mat.
Nah, but in
So
order,
that they sketch.
No. Cocaine.
Yeah, Doki.
Doki vraiment.
Hey, trust me, fam. All I know is Zoba and Bessie. What else I know?
Why do you want to know the inside?
Solo means
Solo stink.
solo sinky. Actually, no, it was.
But just having a community of people like
Yeah.
to
Go on,
talk
speak
about
on it.
having a community of people to talk about stuff with is so important because like no, I'm good. Yeah, because even going into the GC, like I like what you said. Even if you're ranting about what's going on, it's entertainment at the end of the day. So that anger you have at WWE doesn't compare to the anger you have at real life. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, you can get lost in it, and it's a moment of just like cool, and knowing that there are other people, you know, watching the same thing as you is so helpful. Like I said, when I went All Out, it was just like being in a room full of wrestling fans, and we're all screaming about Bryan Danielson debuting or Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. Like, bruv, like in that moment, that moment, it's like nothing else matters. So yeah, just having a support system. It doesn't have to necessarily. You don't have to necessarily talk about what you're going through, but just having a support system where you're like, you know what? Let me talk to these lot because I know these lot are gonna brighten up my day. And stuff like the group chat is helpful for that as well.
Absolutely. Even when I think when we first started the podcast, I remember, fam. I used to rant to you guys every day. I was in a new job. I wasn't really feeling the way the job was moving. I remember they even stopped me even coming to the podcast for a bit. And after, I remember there was one day, the day that Kenny also come to the podcast,
Yeah.
Bro, believe I had to be up at 4 a.m. What time do we get home? I got home at 2 a.m. I had to be up at 4 a.m. to go catch a coach to Liverpool. To go film something at 6 a.m. I remember getting there, and coming back home, I was flipping tired, bro. And I was just like, you know, stuff like that also helps. Not helps, but stuff like that also drives you into stuff like depression and stuff, because you're literally tired. You're not enjoying where you are and stuff. And after even coming to the podcast, I'm just saying, I'll listen back to the podcast from like the first couple, like let's say 15 episodes, and I'm like, some of the stuff I'm saying is shit. And that's because I wasn't fully in there. Do you get what I mean? But as time was gone on, the podcast started getting better. The things we're talking about started to get better. New promotion come up, AEW come up. That's really killed the wrestling depression. Do you get what I mean? The Great Depression of wrestling is like, man, am I joking? Am I joking?
Right,
The Great Depression of wrestling is literally going away because we have something else we can watch. Do you get what I mean?
Oh, 2018 was like, it was really bad.
But do you know what it is? I think my highlight from 2018, remind me, Kofi Kingston.
No, that was even the next year.
2019. 2018 was bad.
2018
It's
was
bad.
when they did Roman and Brock 2.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal. No, wait, that was.
That's when Velveteen Dream was like coming up as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? We were speaking about
he was up next.
every single episode. We're talking about him.
What did I tell
Well, he
them?
didn't think so.
Oh, what did I tell them?
No, but that's different.
That's
though.
different.
That's
Then we
that's
told him.
different.
That is misdemeanor tax.
Yeah, that's the misdemeanor tax. I was gonna say that, but I was thinking of the good
misdemeanor
word.
tax. Yeah, that's what it is.
The Congolese are teaming up today, boy.
Trust me.
That's misdemeanor tax, man. But you know what? Nah,
Forget him, but
forget him. Yeah. But at the same, but yeah, like 2018, that's when they started doing Saudi Arabia shows, and then
Yeah, that's 2019.
which one are you thinking?
Is that when flipping The Fiend?
The Fiend was 2019.
The Fiend was definitely 2019.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole Great Depression of wrestling, that was poor, man.
was-
And it was there for a very long time, to be fair. But now that, obviously, like I said, now that we got AEW, to be honest, when AEW first got announced, I didn't really think much of it. Because obviously the rest they had were like sick. Hey, by the way, you see how much in debt Ring of Honor till today?
Oh no, what happened?
We need to talk about that, bro.
Well, there's some problems.
I think I saw
there.
12, fam, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. I think I saw 12B, you know.
12 what?
I saw 12B, 12 billion. Or 12, I think it was a billion or million. It can't be 12 billion.
That's how much debt they're in.
I saw 12 million. I think it has to be million because I saw. I'll check. Yeah, I mean that's too much, man.
$1 billion to be in debt with.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
More than the WWE.
No,
Yeah.
but to be fair, the owners are billionaires though.
Yeah,
Well, the
it's
company, no, the company that owns Sinclair are $1 billion company.
Yes, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That owns the company's
dear.
called Sinclair.
Oh
but yeah.
no.
But yeah, I'll double check that for you clearly. But I think I saw 12B or mil or whatever.
But
Yeah, there it is. Look, Ring of Honor parent company Sinclair broadcasting it by on depth of 12. That's 12 million. Yeah.
that's 12 mil.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
12 million.
Goodness.
It's still bad.
I'm
It's
guessing.
still horrible.
We need to talk about
$12
that.
billion is
That's a
nuts.
lifetime.
We need to talk about that. By the way.
If you're 11 billion
But yeah,
in debt,
even-
you're still $1 billion.
Hey guys, move down. By the way, move down. So come all the way to the wall.
That's
Yeah.
man.
Jeez. Come all the way to the wall. Come all the way to the wall so Versi can get into the thing. Yeah.
Bro.
That's Versi, by the way.
Oh, that's it, man.
Yeah. We need to talk about that. But yeah, just to round up, just round up everything I was saying about depression and stuff is that, yeah, guys, if you ever, I'll say is this, man, for me, I'm always like, you know, same with Del Boy, like, or Versi or Sam or NK, whenever we leave this podcast, we always catch up with ourselves and talk about how we can help each other. For example, if one of us saying some sort of like doubt or something, we're always there to lift each other up. So guys, if you're, I know it's hard sometimes as a person that's in, you know, in a state of the mental health, but whenever you're going through something, bro, don't shy away, man. DM us, like, we'll talk to you, man. We'll be there for you, man. Do you get what I mean? I've always said it like that, man. I'm always, we're our brothers keepers, innit? So
100%.
like vice versa, man.
I just stepped in, but I take mental health so serious.
Yeah. I know you do. I remember you was very.
that know me for a long
Yeah,
time. I've
yeah.
been an advocate for that. So
Yeah,
never suffer alone, man.
yeah, absolutely.
Never, ever.
I'll send you some good New Japan matches. Okay?
Just hit us up on the DMs. We'll be there for you.
Fun fact before we leave here, 150 million%. That moment came from an anxious moment, just to let you know.
I said.
Yeah. Facts.
What have I missed, man?
Which is mad.
No, nothing. We're just talking about mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health. Yeah. But I'm gonna go talk about I'm talking about Ring of Honor next. Obviously, the Ring of Honor news that's broken out last week. It
So
came.
mad.
I know. Do you know what's mad? We were filming last week with Shakara. Big up Shakara. Very good podcast, by the way. Listen back to it. Filming with her last week. And when we were filming with her, we saw the message from Twitter. I think Gigi sent it to us.
Yeah, it was in the
About
GC.
Ring of Honor releasing all their stuff and basically revamping them and calling it a Ring of Honor 2.0 when they come back in 2022. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're gonna go down an NXT colourful route or something like that. But let's not hope that's the case. But yeah, it's looking a bit peak, man. A lot of guys, they had a big roster, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And they've all, not say they've been wasted, but they're all gonna go out and try and find other places. But I don't know how things are gonna work when they do come back in 2022. Are they gonna be a thing where they're gonna bring new talent, or they're gonna try and recruit the talent that they've lost?
Basically, from what I read from like Wrestling Observer, all the talent have been released from their contracts. So nobody passed because they're gonna record one final show.
It's already been done.
Oh yeah. So after
Final
that
battle.
after that final battle show, everyone can go off and do their own things. None of their contracts are going to be renewed in 2022. So if anybody does come back, they're on entirely new contracts.
Okay.
They're on entirely new contracts, but their older contracts are basically expired. So I can't lie. Don't be surprised when Ring of Honor comes back if you see a lot of younger guys. Guys. I don't want to say inexperienced, but lesser known faces, because a lot of these people are gonna go out and find work, especially now. It's winter, Christmas is coming. At the end of these wrestlers are people. They gotta find work somewhere. Don't be surprised if these wrestlers and the big stars of Ring of Honor end up signing to these big companies. And when Ring of Honor come back, they're gonna have to revamp and utilize some other people because they don't have the people that they used to have.
I heard that, because I agree. Like, it's interesting that they've released everyone from their contract.
Yeah.
Like, that takes a lot of, they understand how peak the situation is. The fact that they're going dark, and it would be really bad if they were to hold everyone to a contract that may not exist in April next year. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like you said, I won't be surprised if people show up in AEW, NXT, WWE, MLW, NW.
There's even reports about Danhausen going to AEW already.
I can see it happening. But the main thing is like everybody in the company is affected. And it's sad to see that, like, you know, they're owned by like a billionaire company, Sinclair.
Apparently, they took pay
It's not
cuts.
really
A lot of the CEOs took pay cuts to pay these guys' salaries.
The main thing, I think COVID hit them
not-
hard.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
And it doesn't help that they're on a syndicated broadcasting. It's not
Yeah,
like a
man.
national TV where it's not like AEW where they know every week, like every
Wednesday
nights AEW.
So where did they show? Where did they get broadcast?
Nobody knows. I think it's on Tuesdays. I think it's on Tuesdays.
On YouTube or?
No.
It's on like a
Sinclair
network,
yeah, it's on the
but-
network.
Oh, is it
Sinclair.
actual?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like national.
It's not
TV.
national. Yeah, it's only state or.
So it's like
It
if
just
you knew about
depends. If you're-
Ring of Honor before, then that's it. It wasn't really exposed. Like since they got on that Sinclair, it wasn't like pushed to be other networks. It was just like if you knew about Ring of Honor, that was it.
But how
Like,
come-
if you have access to Sinclair, you have access to
Exactly,
Sinclair.
yeah, that's
But
what I mean.
that's what I'm trying to say. Is Sinclair on like next to TBS or TNT or is it?
No.
And no one
It's
knows.
more to the point where you have to subscribe. To
Oh, like a subscription channel.
if you have Sinclair on your TV, you have it. If you don't, you
Yeah.
don't have
That's
it.
peak.
And then if it comes on a Wednesday, it comes on Wednesday. If it comes on a Tuesday, it comes on a Tuesday. It's not like AEW where every week, week in, week out, it's coming at this time, 7 p.m.
because with
Like
A-
think about like when Impact was on like Pop and what.
Yeah, and Bravo and that.
Where like if you had it, you had it. If you didn't, you ain't seeing it. Simple. Sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say that with wrestling and with AEW and WWE, it's like you can just be flicking through. Oh yeah, it's Monday, and then you see Raw, or oh yes, Wednesday AEW. They don't have that. You have to look
Yeah.
for it.
If
which
you're a
is-
Ring of Honor fan, you're looking for Ring of Honor.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So
so it's
it is sad.
not unfortunate.
It is very sad.
I do think a lot of the people will resign.
What with Ring
Yeah.
of Honor,
100%.
I hope so.
I feel like a lot of these people have good faith in the company, and I don't think it's like, don't get me wrong, it's bad that they're out of a job, but I look at it as more of like these guys are freelancers anyways. A lot of these guys were already working for other companies. Like that's with Jonathan Gresham. He's going to be in Germany wrestling in WXW in their 16 karat gold tournament, whatever it's called. So yeah, I feel more so for the actual non-wrestling stuff, like the referees and the people, the production team. I think commentary, like those are the people I feel like are more affected as opposed to like the wrestlers, because the wrestlers are getting jobs anyways. They're going to be wrestling anywhere.
Yeah.
Commentators, it's like if you're not known, you're not known.
They're not known. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
My question is, what do you think caused this? Was it solely the pandemic? Because I've seen discussions about, it was the emergence of NXT, it was the emergence of AEW.
I think it's the
Yeah, do you know?
pandemic.
Bro,
Every
I saw a
company
thread.
got hit
Yeah.
hard by the pandemic, but I think like I remember when I heard it, so it was like, don't quote me, but I remember like for them, they tried their best to like honor everybody, like
Everybody's
contract.
contract, yeah.
Everyone's contracts, and I think
And they put everybody in bubbles as
On
well. The
bubbles,
amount of
I'm
money they were
saying.
spending without in the pandemic was nuts. Imagine you're paying for everybody's hotels. You're not touring. You're not doing all these shows. You're not even making money. You're just spending. You're spending on hotels. You're spending on testing. You're spending on all of this bullshit. You're spending on equipment. But then the amount of money that you're usually getting in revenue from doing shows, from merchandise, you can't get it. And as much as they're making a decent amount of money on their on-demand service online, but the amount of like,
it doesn't equate.
it doesn't equate.
Because think about it, they took one thing I read. They took COVID seriously.
They did. Yeah. Same as
Shut
Japan.
down,
Same as
you know what I'm saying?
Japan.
But that's
But they
ironic,
took the
though.
hit the hardest because like their live events didn't return in a way where like they're making big bank that they're still feeling it now, and that's why they're the only company that you're hearing that's like having to fold.
But it's ironic though. The two companies that took COVID most seriously are the ones
affected.
the most affected.
New Japan and
and
but someone said something, like someone done a thread on Twitter. I think it was Solomon that even said it. Someone said that it's even Solomon. Sorry, so if you're Solomon, so the thread that said it, it was that Ring of Honor was doomed time ago from when a lot of the talent
went to AEW.
got bare happy and went to NXT first.
Yeah, he just said that. Yeah,
And even WWE went to go and loot out a lot of these female wrestling promotions as well. They got looted out as well. I think Shimmer's back.
Oh my.
Shimmer is it Shimmer or Simmer? Shimmer's back, right? Or they
Yeah,
what?
I think they're coming back.
They're coming back. So I don't know. They've somehow revived as well.
The
But
truth is, I hear that, but at the same time, Ring of Honor was still Ring of Honor was in this transition phase where it was like, okay, cool. A lot of the main talents are like. A lot of the main talents, like the Eddie Edwards, the Davey Richards, they left Ring of Honor and went to like the Impacts and WWEs. But then there was like a new phase of wrestlers that were coming in. You had the New Japan guys, like the Young Bucks. You had Jay Lethal that was stepping up, the Briscoes that were stepping up. A lot of wrestlers were stepping up. So I don't think it was really that much affected. For me personally, I think it's when Kenny Omega and them lot left New Japan.
So Solomon didn't mention this. He said that how the plan here was that what's his name, Marty Skull was on the books.
Yeah.
For
and
Ring of
then
Honor.
speaking out,
Obviously,
bro.
speaking out thing
Speaking out,
happened.
Shut man down.
Shut man down, and people said that the plans that apparently he had were mad. Like he was looking to
Maestro
some,
was looking to be the face of the company.
yeah, some mad stuff.
That's
Like,
why PCO ended up winning the world title. And
yeah,
stuff.
I'm in PC. Where's PCO now?
He's still in Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Is he leaving?
Because if you look at that,
He's in a tag team with Danhausen, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
most probably
yeah.
gonna leave. But he's old. Like to be fair, he can still go, but he doesn't.
I'm surprised he can still go.
He'll probably just do a GCW.
Yeah, GCW.
because as much as we can say like NXT, like in terms of like Triple H wanted to build his own indie promotion with NXT, cool. But if you look at Ring of Honor during that time, like they were doing. If you look at the globe, like the events like Global War, even the G1 Supercard. Obviously, yeah, it was a big contribution with New Japan, but at the same time, Ring of Honor shows were still doing great.
What was that Ring of Honor show where what's the guy called again? That guy from WWE, man, who tries to do hip hop stuff. What's his name again?
Brodus Clay?
The boys getting it enough to try to fight Barbara Ray Dudley and he got banged.
Oh, Enzo and Cass. That's what.
That's Ring of Honor. That's one.
Enzo and Cass. So that kind of.
So what? Can you? Does it,
when he like jumped the rail and all that.
talk to him about that.
So
What?
basically, the plan. So obviously they done the Super G1 Card of Honor, whatever it's called, Madison Square Garden.
That was their first time at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it's the first time. That's the first time in a while that a non-WWE company has wrestled in Madison Square Garden. So with that, Ring of Honor didn't let New Japan know that Enzo and Cass were going to be in the building and they're going to do this angle. So obviously when Tamatonga and his brother have now seen Enzo and Cass, they're thinking, oh, why are these man jumping the rail to start a fight? And Ring of Honor just didn't let them know that, yo, this is the angle that's happening. Yeah. So then, I mean, it's Bubba Ray Dudley. He's the one that ruined Ring of Honor, if I'm being honest. He ruined
It's
that
all
company.
Bubba Ray Dudley's
It's Bubba Ray Dudley.
So wait,
He's the one that ruined the company.
was he like a booker at the time?
Yeah, he was one of the
Yeah, he got the
bookers.
book.
Oh shit.
And another thing,
I
as
thought
much
it
as I
would've-
love Matt Taven, I'm not gonna lie, making Matt
shouldn't have got a
Taven,
title.
making Matt Taven world champion did nothing for the company.
Who's Matt Taven?
He's part of the Kingdom. He's a Ring of Honor like
Legend.
legend.
That original, you know what I'm saying. But like, there's nothing. The fact that you don't know his name says something because he's a good wrestler, but nothing about him that makes you go, "Oh, Matt Taven!" Like, is
He's the Damian Priest of Ring of Honor.
He's the Heath Slater. That's like putting. Actually, I wouldn't say Heath Slater because he's a better wrestler than Heath Slater.
Matt Taven.
No, not Jinder because with
we were
Matt
good.
Taven, Matt Taven's actually a very good wrestler. He's won every title. Jinder, I love Jinder, but I'm trying
Oh,
to
Matt Taven, the one that's got Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
yeah, that's the guy that won the main event, fam. Him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
won
know
the
Matt
main
Taven.
event.
Oh, swear.
We're good with
fam.
Damian Priest. That's a good comparison.
Yeah, so someone also said that stuff. People like he said. I think he said something like when Adam Cole, Damian Priest, who else is there?
Kyle O'Reilly.
All them when them lot
Everyone
left, yeah, because obviously it looked sexy. The contract came, it looked mad sexy. And I'm like, oh shit, forget this company. Let me go there. And even people said something like the longs of lines of like when AW came as well. That also hit a lot of companies as well.
Oh, 100%.
Do you know the All In show? Do you know Ring of
That's
Honor?
on my Ring of Honor. But what's mad is that what's mad
Ring of Honor owns
the footage, yeah.
All In.
And even now,
Because they financially backed it.
who do you think should buy the footage, by the way?
That footage.
AW.
The thing is, you see when because in terms of like Ring of Honor's library being sold, apparently it's from 2002 to 2011.
Oh, so it's not.
So obviously Sinclair own everything now, but it's 2002 to 2011.
So when was Thing then? So Sinclair owned that all out, all it.
Yeah,
Ring of Honor, yeah.
But they're not selling that.
Of course not.
Of course not.
I think AEW should get it just for the fact that if they end up making like an on-demand service, they can say we've got the glory days of Ring of Honor on their team.
If WWE get it, well, they'll use that. No, I'm just saying, innit? I don't.
Actually,
Well, WWE already have gotten rights for like.
They got rights. They've already got the rights for certain thing, yeah.
and stuff,
But
innit? But the main thing is those guys are not there right now. Like even people like Samoa Joe, they're not using him. So I feel like the AEW will make the most use out of it. You know what I'm saying?
See the best of the newest.
Yeah, like
AEW
look,
person.
CM
Yeah.
Punk, they can do a whole Summer Punk and promote that on their team.
Yeah, like obviously it's inevitable that somebody's gonna buy the rights, but I don't. You see, I don't like the idea of Ring of Honor being owned by someone other than Ring of Honor.
hear you.
Because it's
I
like
hear you.
You have another WCW, ECW
yeah, like
thing.
because
back
you
in the
see, like
day.
Ring of Honor, yeah, especially like in the last 20 years of wrestling, that's one of the most important companies. Like if you just look at the landscape of both
The way
rosters,
wrestling is right now
it's Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And they've managed, and the
100%.
thing is, like we talk about the early two, we talk about the mid 2000s. Cool, we got the alumni Daniel Bryan Danielson, CM Punk. We've just got bare
Tyler
man,
Black.
Tyler
Bobby
Black,
Fish, no.
like we've just got bare man. But even like we even said during 2018, mid 2010s, bro. bruv, you've got so many Mandem that you recognize today
From Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is so important to wrestling. So I understand that somebody might end up buying it, but I hope that I think Sinclair should do whatever they can to keep that.
Do you know what it is? I'll be dead real with you, yeah. If WWE get it, I won't be surprised. Do you know why?
It's always
I won't be
them.
surprised if it's always them, because bro, if you check their in, because there's a section called In Ring on the network app, you find every single promotion. Smoky Mountain, New Japan.
They've even got man.
I'm not New Japan. North. What's it called? NWA. Sorry, not New Japan. NWA. Even that was it. IC. What's it? ICW.
Progress.
Fam, Progress. They're all there, bro.
WXW.
So if they do buy it, I'm not gonna be surprised.
I'm not surprised.
But what I'm saying is, I agree. I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't think other than spotlighting it as we've got Ring of Honor's library. I feel like AEW will make more of a thing.
But the thing
like,
AEW
we have some of the guys of the main era in our company right now, and you can see the matches that you guys would clamour about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got CM Punk, you got Daniel Bryan Danielson. That's enough to be like, yo,
But AEW,
Kenta.
I can't lie. AEW, they should have given us a network, like a stream
But
service.
I mean,
we need a
they're gonna give it though.
No, but that's
only
next
been
year.
3
But
years,
I know
I'm
it's.
saying.
But bro, I can't lie. That should be one of the things that should said, bam.
That's a priority.
That's a priority. Then more than a game. Bro, I can't lie to
The
you.
game makes them more money.
No, bro.
The game makes no money, bro. How much money game?
I know, but hear me out, bro. Imagine having to watch new Rampage, old Rampages, or old thingy Dynamites on the app, and you're paying what £5 a month. So imagine people are paying for it.
Coming though, it's coming.
But the reason why, you can't do the reason why AEW. I understand now they need it, but the reason why they didn't do a subscription service off the beginning is because what you gonna show. In the first year company, what you gonna show? They don't own Ring of Honor footage.
What are you trying to see? Sunny Kiss versus
Exactly,
Drake
like,
Janela?
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool, man. I'll tell you what I'm gonna see.
The reason why they do a network, they have 40 years worth of footage.
Plus AWA, WCW, ECW.
Let me land. Documentaries, bro. All this Road to, so what's it called? Was it Road to?
Road to Dynamite.
Road to Dynamite, Road to all that. Throw them on, bro. That's free gain on YouTube, bro. That's free. Put it on thing, man.
It's already on YouTube. You don't need to.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Why don't they put on a network?
No, because they're building it.
They're building it, but the thing is, Anafi, you can't build a network when you don't have content. The company's been around for 2 years.
Would you build the arc with no water? Come on.
Let me hit. I'm not saying they should build it like now, bro. I think for now they've got plenty of content.
That's what they're building, though. So
I'm not saying anything. What I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to say in the wrong or anything, but I'm saying by now at least we should have a streaming service. The fighting is dead. The fighting is dead.
I feel like next year they're gonna hit it big, like middle of the year.
But
if they've got a contractual fight to get things done, then obviously they have to
honour that contract.
Yeah,
of course.
But I feel like next year it's gonna come big, because think about the amazing pay-per-views you got from AEW and the Road Twos and the Dynamites. There could be footage they're filming
because I can't like. There's sometimes
they're gonna put on, and then you're gonna be set, bro. 3 years of good content as well.
Like I said, because you lot said, should have came for the can't lie, the game is super important, bro. Like gaming, in terms of money making,
bro. To add to this point, sorry to cut you, bro. Think about how disappointed people have been of the WWE games.
This is my point. That's what I was gonna say next.
Big AW game with licensing, from when they're getting things like Owen Hart and that. It's gonna be popping. Then the network comes. It's gonna pop off.
Hear me out. Let AEW come and mess up. You will see plenty of videos of people saying botching this, botching that. Hey AEW, what? Let them come and mess up. Let them come and put a wrong fee for Owen Hart. People put him on a cross. What the hell? Crucifixion quickly. Fans are crazy.
If Owen Hart's Enziguri is not on point, they're gonna.
Jeremy, people. I wouldn't laugh, you know.
If the sharpshooter's wonky, he's gonna be bare.
Because I can't like that gym game on the iPhone was crap. That gym game was bad.
No, I hear you.
I don't mind it, but I hear what you're saying. The casino game though was dead.
You played it. You went that far. You downloaded it.
You downloaded it. Still, you are load. Still,
you are load. Casino.
I want to support them.
Fuck that. Support black businesses.
I hear what you man are saying. Hear what you man are saying, because Impact released a game and we know what happened in that game.
It wasn't that bad though.
No, TNA's game was good.
Man, suicide, you know.
It's because we're used to WWE.
On P2 was dead. P2.
No, PS2 is dead. But on
That's what he's saying.
on PSP shit as well.
Xbox, man.
With the development of the game, with the developers they got, with the amount of money he's put into it, bruv, they got ukes on the game, fam. And I have faith. I have a lot of faith in that game. just by tracking the development cycle and just looking at like, even though Kenny Omega's like the face of the development process in terms of like speaking out to the people, bruv, he's a gamer.
Yeah, that is true.
No, he don't know. When I say he goes Street Fighter tournaments.
Wait, can I tell you something though? That's exactly what the TNA wrestlers used to say. They used to be like, "Oh, this game's gonna be different because Chris Sabin's a gamer, AJ Styles is a gamer,
But they got
Samoa Joe is a gamer."
But they got YouTube
they
developed
got
WWE games though. No mercy.
No, them man were capping though, because them man used to play. Them man play like N64.
Exactly.
So I don't,
But wait.
you know what I mean?
But wait,
when I say Kenny Omega's a gamer, I'm talking about, bro. He's at Evolution Street Fighter tournaments in the finals.
see,
But I'm not buying a wrestling game to look like Street Fighter, bro. That's dead.
Exactly.
I'm buying
No, he's saying that he's
but you
involved
tell-
in the gaming community.
No, I'm
I know,
saying-
but you.
No, the thing is, I hear what Eke saying, but at the same time, I'm
You
not
telling
gonna,
me-
I'm not going to chat to someone because they're invested in
In
like,
Street
The
Fighter.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
There's been in the wrestling community,
Yeah.
there's been a gamer and
Yeah.
there's been like a wrestling gamer. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather like, let's say for example, there's two games.
If Denk Ops was on there, then I'm hearing it.
To say to me,
I'm hearing it.
you know what, I'm heading the development of this wrestling game. I'm not going to lie to you, or Smack Talks.
I'm
not
sold.
gonna lie to you.
I'm sold.
I'm more sold than
I'm
Kenny
sold.
Omega.
Of course.
As much
Element
as-
game.
but
But at the
Kenny
same
Omega's a
time,
gamer.
but if a man was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a gamer and this is what you play," you say Minecraft, you're gonna be like, "I don't trust you, bro."
No, but it depends on the game. Depends on the game. If you're saying, okay, cool, AW are releasing what's it called, RPG? Is that what's it called when you're walking through
Role-playing game.
Role-playing game, yeah, cool. But
Kenny's big into,
and Kenny's big into Minecraft or something like
No
that.
Mercy, so I trust him.
But
He's into No Mercy.
I trust him.
Exactly.
I
You.
trust him.
Listen,
But you.
if man playing Here Comes the Pain, I trust him.
I'm not
Get me?
gonna-
If a man's playing Here Comes the Pain, I trust him.
Yeah,
Kenny Omega said he's playing Fire Pro Wrestling.
Get me, bro. It's real.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fire Pro Wrestling.
Listen, here comes the pain.
Kenny Omega
Maybe
says-
shut your mouth. Maybe.
Kenny Omega says Fire Pro Wrestling. I'm not involved.
What did you say, bro?
Here comes the pain. Shut your mouth. Spot the Rest for 2006. Study those three, and we're good. We're gravy.
No, but
If
bro,
you're doing stuff like WWE All Stars,
You know what I'm saying?
it's a bit, man. It's a bit.
bro, there has not been.
Or Legends of
I
WrestleMania.
said something. I'm gonna say.
Leisure WrestleMania was
Okay, just say. Legend of WrestleMania is
I
dead.
was just gonna say the thing is, yeah, if they're gonna do an AEW game, that's gonna be on PS5, correct?
Yeah,
So you
PS5.
gotta understand the fluency of that game needs to be A1.
That's the first.
It can't be no stick. Throw. I don't know
wait.
what Kenny Omega's doing. Street Fighter, stick, throw, Hadouken. No, you gotta understand.
That's not the game.
No,
That's not the game.
I know.
Warzone and that, like. Man's thinking about like.
I'm down left, right. Yeah, I'm taking the piss. I am taking the piss.
I said he's taking a bitch. He said he's
I am taking the piss.
Sam is on Baz.
I am taking the piss. It needs to be very fluent.
Sam, you're on Baz.
But Kenny
At the end
Omega
of the
thing.
day, I will say, like I repeat this point. Who is developing the game?
Bro, I hear it,
Say
but
Kenny Omega.
No, I'm saying you.
no, but bro, you hasn't released a game in time, bro. This
just say
is
20,
PS5, bro.
6
This is new. This is new gem times 2.
So what's New Japan giving
It's
you?
gonna be okay.
No, to be fair, we can't say Ukes hasn't produced a game in time. Like they have been producing games.
What games did they produce?
The last game they produced was 2K18.
For what?
Okay,
Wait. What
for what? On where?
PS4.
No, but you know what I'm saying. I'm saying, bro.
2K19.
Was he getting 2K19? No, they didn't.
20, was it 20?
No, 2K20 was
Didn't take them.
The last game that was 2K19.
That was a good game.
But no. Didn't they copy the same? Didn't they copy the same? What do you call it?
No, 2K20.
Yeah.
They 2K copied everything that
But what I'm trying to say,
being honest.
if
I want THQ back, fam.
that's it.
My guy.
That's it.
Bam, bam, bam.
THQ, I'm sold.
To be fair,
Yeah.
THQ are just a publisher. It means nothing.
No. Bro.
I hear it.
Bro,
Publisher,
hey,
though.
but Samuel Jackson was in that film. Was it the Rock or Samuel Jackson was in that film for 5 seconds? I was sold. I watched it. So if THQ on the front of that cover, I'm there. Give it to me. I'm buying it. Game.
I hear it.
Resurrect. HMV. Resurrect.
Even
I'm buying it.
Even super glue the logo.
Fam, just put it on there.
Just super glue it.
But I think my point is this, yeah, is that cool. I'm scared for after editing your video, yeah. Obviously, I'm listening back and forth. I'm scared that 2K22 is not going to be the game that everyone thinks it's going to
It's
be.
not
So
going
what I'm trying to say is, if AEW drops a game, please, for the love of God, don't get cooked. Make it be better than. You're going to get 2K22 first, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's the first one coming out.
Yeah,
So that's gonna be the first
game's
actual
way
wrestling game on the actual new gen thing. Do you know what I mean? So please, AEW, take heed. Listen to me. This game has to be better than any other game that's been dropped ever.
Yeah, it's
Not
true.
ever.
No, it has to be. It has to be. Because man, they're not gonna complain.
Here's my question to you.
Man, they're gonna complain.
Who's played the TNA game?
Me, I have.
Did you go into playing that TNA game thinking, you know what? This has to be better than WWE?
Absolutely.
Or did you go in playing?
No,
Or did you go in playing? This is a TNA game.
Of course, I did.
Yeah, I had to think because it's six out of the ring.
What about Def Jam Vendetta? Did you go in thinking, you know what? This has to be better than
I knew it was
WWE?
gonna be good. I knew it was gonna be good.
No, but you said
Did
back.
you think it has to be
Yeah.
better than WWE?
You can't put all the pressure.
You can't put all the pressure, bro.
Wait. Are you wait.
Their first console game. You can't be like, oh, that's to be better.
Wait, I don't understand you, man. Are you man working for Ukes or something?
Wait. Let me just say.
You want
I got you tattooed for
I've got a tag on my neck, fam. You can't see it.
Wait, can I just say something? Here's the thing you need to realize, yeah? Whether you guys change his mind or not, whether he should take it that seriously, on the internet, there are
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
and millions
2K20 got grilled.
No, I'm thinking, it was shit.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but he likes the game, though. He likes the game,
I
though.
like the game.
2K20 deserved to get grilled, fam. You see the boxes on that game.
For example,
I did for it. It wasn't.
You're saying, yeah, because you're saying, yeah, if, for example, let's say the game was good, yeah, but let's say you still prefer Here Comes the Pain.
As you should. As you should.
But I never do that though.
Here Comes the Pen is the Mount Rushmore.
I never.
No. What happens? Because you said it has to be better than any other game. If it that's what you said. You said it has to be better.
But am I wrong to say that though?
Here's the thing, though. Let me land.
Bro, if you're gonna release a game,
Let me
go.
land. So cool. Let's say it's a very good game, but somebody has a preference. Let's say for Here Comes the Pain, but it's still, do you know what? Objectively, the
It's
graphics
good.
work, the mechanics work. Is it now a flop because it's not better?
No.
than
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
The
Wait, say
thing
it.
is, this is what I was trying to tell you. Even if he changes his mind, they will cook you on the internet because YouTube is evil.
Yes, bro.
YouTube is villainous.
You know what I'm saying, but look.
They're not
But we're not doing it for YouTube. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know, but there's bro. If I'm
But
being,
you have to understand. Oh, sorry.
go.
I was just gonna say you have to understand.
I love
Yeah,
this debate, by the way.
YouTube and social media, those are the people that would define the game.
they rule it, bro.
No, you're right.
They rule it. They rule it.
They rule the world. I mean, the YouTube world or the gaming world.
Yeah.
They rule it. This what I'm saying.
That's
So
what
it
I mean,
does
public
have to be
opinion
good.
is that. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. Let AEW come and make one mistake. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, them will for me personally, yeah. I know AEW game is gonna be good, but I just said if they're gonna do it, make sure it's better than any game that's dropped. I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just saying in the case of like, bro,
That's pressure.
That's not pressure.
That is pressure.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Bro, what you're
this
saying is
conversation.
you're saying that WWE that's made games for 20 plus years.
No,
it has to be better.
no. When I
Every
mean
single
better,
of their games
when I
for
mean
the last
better,
2
bro, the
decades.
stuff that
No,
the stuff that they can do that WWE can't do.
If it's not simple, bring it. It's
Let me
dead.
land. I hear what you're saying.
Here comes the
You're
pain,
not
maybe,
saying
but
like.
just bring it. You have to be better. Than.
Maybe it's the way I'm saying it. Maybe it's the way I'm saying it.
No.
Hear me
I know
out.
you're not saying like, oh, like their whole destiny relies on this one game.
No.
What you're saying is learn from the mistakes of the 20 years and make sure that it delivers to the hype. But what everyone's saying is basically is like it's still objective because us 6 man can be like banging game and in it can be like, oh, I didn't have
That's
GMO, so therefore it's not good.
you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
And like he's saying, the thing is, yeah, AEW can come out with an amazing wrestling game, but there's always gonna be someone that's like, you know what, I don't like this.
Me.
Bro, every year, WWE have
Jimmy
released a
97.
game. And as much as graphically it's probably getting better, but it's still always going to be missing something. For years, they had create a finisher, they had they had all of these different stuff. As time goes on, they get rid of it.
I think they did it on purpose anyway.
So they can bring it back.
Keep making fresh.
No, but where's GMO though? I've had enough.
I don't know.
We don't need that, man. We don't need that, man.
But this is my point.
We don't need that.
Oh, I was off français. You're saying we or not, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, it's not there. 2006. 21st Raw.
Story design is better than fucking GM.
I only played J Mode once. Because 2006, I turned up WrestleMania 9.
Story design is
You get the
better.
point I'm trying to say.
Go on
It's
WWE
different.
13.
It's different.
Download WWE versus TNA. Bad
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I never seen about that. Come on, man. What the hell?
But you know what I'm
real,
saying? You know
man.
what I'm trying to say? That's the point.
Nobody's
It's preference because I like GM mode,
You know what I'm saying?
but you man like Universe and all them things there.
That's
So
what it's always going
But
to be. It's always going
I
to
don't
be.
even like story designer, but it's better
But
than
it's always going to be
GM.
something.
that's not.
I like creative finisher.
I don't like Chris.
And I like
I
creative
don't know
mode.
about creative finisher, bro.
So it is. Creative finisher wasn't fluid. That's the only problem it was. If it was more fluid, then
yeah.
it would
look
have been
quite janky
amazing.
sometimes.
And the one thing I didn't like about it is that every time you've done it, there'll be no impact in the ring. It'll just be silent.
Yeah. Go on.
Because even in this room, right, the conversation we're just having right now, nobody can come to a consent. Like if I was saying, what's the best WWE game?
It's like a-
We're all gonna be here
2006.
for
No, but-
we're all gonna be here for ages.
But you know,
It's like a face. But it's like a face.
Come on, man. Shut your mouth.
Delete that spot. It's like a face.
So
Shut your mouth. Wait, listen.
If you're not gonna,
We might as well have the discussion.
finish your point first, because I want to say
sorry,
something
my
before
bad.
that.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, because even in this room, amongst WWE games, yeah, we can't pinpoint one game that's better than all of the previous
What's your
catalog.
one?
No. I mean, consensus-wise, we all can't pinpoint that one game that stands above all. So when you say it's got to be better than the other ones, if we can't even do that amongst WWE game, what makes it?
When I mean better, when I mean better, I don't think I'm talking on a thing.
I know
where
what you mean,
bro. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like what anarchy means. What I feel like. If the AEW game is better than the current WWE game that's going to come out now,
I agree.
That's what I'm trying to get out. I'm making me the best game. Because bro, if this WWE 2K game comes out and everyone loves it, isn't it the best game?
Yeah.
No. Wait. Let me say something. If this game drops today, yeah, and it's got everything that everyone wants, GM mode, everything in there. Is it now not listed as the best game?
No.
Wait.
So what's it listed as then?
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
No,
So
but
what?
if
So if Leicester win the Prem today, are they the best team? No.
they could be one of the best teams. That's one of the team. They could be one of the
As
best
of
teams.
right now, you are the best.
You are the best team.
No,
but
if you're talking
there
about
you
this
go.
year,
All time or what?
You know,
Bro,
you can't compare.
What's
you
your
can't
favourite
compare-
wrestling game?
You can't compare. Well, my favorite wrestling game is.
You say it goes to pain.
No.
You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
hold on.
Don't let me
Shut him up, shut him up,
Yeah. It's SmackDown. Shut your mouth.
I don't think it was hard to.
Because you're saying it's the best game,
Blacks is
yeah,
capping,
but
that.
saying it's the best game, the WWE game comes out today, and people like it. Saying it's the best game is like, yeah, it's the best game because that's the only game that's current.
No,
It's the only
you don't
thing that's
understand. You don't
common.
understand what I'm saying, bro. If a game drop, for example, say if there's a whole trilogy of films, so there's Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 100, whatever, and Saw 20 is the one that everyone enjoys. Rotten Tomatoes 10, anything, Esquire, whatever thing you want to call it, mad ratings. Is that now not listed as one of the best films that's come out of that thing?
No, every one of the best games in the series.
Do you know what?
But it's the best film. But if it's got everything, it's the best game.
No, but it's not. No.
Wait. So Marvel released Shang-Chi, yeah? Cool. Shang-Chi's a cold film. Am I putting that as top 5 MCU movies?
No, but
you
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Just because something is cold, yeah, doesn't mean it's now greatest of all
coldest.
time. That doesn't make sense.
But his example was, okay, cool, we've got this whole series.
Yeah.
If number 20 has everything and is regarded as the best, is
game.
that not the best out of that? If everybody's regarding this series
as
this
the best
one
game,
out of that series is the best, why would it not be
I
considered
hate
the
you,
best?
but the thing is, as much as you
So that
say,
Shut Your Mouth has everything.
It's the best game to ever drop. You know what I mean? First, unless 2K22 comes out, okay.
Let me. I hear what you're saying, but just because someone has everything, that's the only one.
Forget everything. He's saying everybody's regarding this as the best. This is the favorite.
Even your neighbours know about it. The Cornerman knows about it. Everyone knows about it. It's not You done?
Okay. My thing is like, because going to your earlier point, I know that's not what you're landing on, but you're saying about how like if it has everything. That's still one part of the game.
No game will ever have everything.
Yeah, of course.
No game will
have a
ever
lot of content. The same way you guys talk about Shut Your Mouth as like the best roster, objectively.
No, it hasn't got the best roster. Never.
No, wait.
Never has the best roster.
Let me land.
Sorry.
Objectively, people will be like compared to Here Comes the Pain, when we talk about it, you say, oh, it had Jeff Hardy, it had Uzman, and whatnot. But the main thing is, Here Comes the Pain, me personally, I felt that the gameplay was more fluid and it had better things in terms of like, I mean, it had the same roster, but I feel like the gameplay was better.
But
And
the thing
therefore I
is-
enjoyed it. Wait.
Here Comes the Pain's roster is better. No, I get this better. I just have to be cheeky.
Yeah.
The roster in Here Comes the Pain's way better. Let's be
Let me
real.
land.
Come on, Smack That Shake Mouth has Sean Stasiak. Let's be real, man. Come on. Fuck that nigga, man.
Damn. Let me land, bro. Let me land.
I think you're good, man. Come on, stay.
When I'm
But the main
buzzing,
thing
fam.
I'm
You're watching
saying,
your good people.
what I'm saying, like, as you said
Chill,
earlier,
Mr. Baz, man. Relax. Go.
as you said earlier, not every game has everything. So as much as they may be, the wild consensus may be like, oh, it's a shit game, blah, blah. Like, I love games, fam. I'm a big gamer. There's games that people say it's 10 out of 10 because X, Y, and Z. But to me, if it didn't have something that I didn't like, I would say, oh, well, 10 doesn't mean because everyone says 10 out of 10, I must also go, yes, 10 out of 10.
No, of course
I could
not.
say it's 6
No,
out
but
of
then
10.
if the main consensus is that this game is the best
But
game.
I will agree to it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's up to you,
I'm not
but
saying that as
but
a
obviously,
rebel.
no, you're a rebel. That's the
I'm not
problem.
thinking-
Prime example.
That's your
Prime
rebel.
example. Can I give an example? Yeah, because an example. Kendrick Lamar. It's Kendrick Lamar's discography. Yeah, a lot of
Careful with this one, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna be very careful, bro. Kendrick Lamar, I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan.
Me too.
A lot of people say To Pimp a Butterfly is one of his best albums, right? Yeah. And some people will say that Diamond is one of his best albums. Yeah,
But
right.
more people listen.
But
to
if that album wins more Grammys than the other album, it's now not listed one of his best albums. in terms of accolades and everything.
Yeah.
Because technically,
more plaques.
But that's due to accolades, yeah.
no, but that's what the game. That's what everything
that's
Ness was down to.
no,
If Here Comes the Pain wins, if Here Comes the Pain gets rated highly on IGN, GameSpot, Yahoo, whatever,
It means
does not mean that it's.
That's based off one basic. That's basically based on off one consensus.
That's made on many consensus,
there's no
bro.
really right or wrong answer.
So that list,
If you want to go full gaming nerd, there's a prime gaming example that defeat Last of Us 2 is rated higher than Last of Us 1 in all of the rating.
Bro, let's even go to Final Fantasy, fam.
No,
People say Final Fantasy 7 is the best one.
If you talk to Last of Us fans, they hate number 2. But
number 2 wasn't great.
But in terms of, if you go to IGN all them, number 2 got 10 out of 10. Rare tear with the rare tear.
Here's the thing, yeah. I think,
but people hate number 1.
I think
people hate number 2. Sorry.
I think from his standpoint, obviously there's always subjectivity. There's always I think this, I think that, I think that. However, something is sometimes just objectively seen as the best. As in, when you say I don't like it, they look at you like, what's wrong with him?
But if it's a legit reason, it should still stand.
Sometimes,
you know what I'm saying?
whether legit
it
or
may
not,
be down to their taste.
legit or not, they will look at you like, huh? Like in social media, everyone says Prison Break season 1 is one of the best things ever. If you say something mad about Prison Break season 1,
You're
they're
getting
gonna
cooked.
say, look, this guy don't like Prison Break season 1.
Cooked.
You know what I'm saying?
And outside of metrics as well, bro, some things are just part of culture.
Yeah,
it's cult
exactly.
Smackdown, shut your mouth. What's it
It's
called?
conspiracy,
WWF No Mercy. Here Comes the pain.
Sorry,
Fight versus Road 2007. Bro, there's so many.
Fire Pro.
Come on, man, let's do not do that.
Fire Pro.
No,
Fire Pro is.
There's a lot of games that are considered cult classics. So regardless of whether what your opinion is, these games will always be considered the best. I get what Lloyd is trying to say. If a game metrically has everything and it's considered like, you know what, this game is the best game, we can't argue that it's not the best game.
Yeah.
Obviously, for me, I have more like emotional ties to games like Smackdown, Shut Your Mouth, and Here Comes the Pain. But objectively, I could possibly say that, you know what? So, for example, WWE 2K19, for me, in recent years, it's probably one of the best wrestling games. Outside of that, WWE 2K14. For me, those
14 was.
14 was amazing.
I think 13, you know.
13
was okay. 13 was
But you see what I'm saying?
13,
But going back to NK's point of that, like.
No, but that's not me saying it's the best game, though. That's me saying something I like.
No, but that's what NK was saying.
No, but you know,
was saying
that's when you're not confused.
No. NK had said at the beginning of like, everyone,
We're all gonna
agree
different,
with one thing. Because I'm here saying, here goes the pain over everything.
I agree with what man's saying, but I'm just saying.
No, but
Yeah.
it's not. What I'm saying is not this or anything else. It's like
Shut the
preference
pain.
wise. If you said what's your favorite game,
My
well,
favourite
it's the
game
best
is-
game and it's your favorite. That's different.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. Versus Emmy, yeah, cool.
So what's the best game then?
You start again.
What's the
What's the best game? What's the best game? No, because we can say our favourite. What's the best game?
If you're gonna do that conversation, you gotta be like, break it down. Okay,
Roster.
roster, gameplay,
Options.
Unlockables.
You got
Story modes.
It's shut your mouth. It's shut your mouth.
No. Can I say something?
I'm not gonna lie. This is a bit less. It is definitely virtual pro wrestling too,
break it down, yeah.
or WF No Mercy.
Guys,
I'm not gonna lie to you. In terms of
on the road though,
gameplay,
yeah.
in terms of
On the road, I think we need a whole hour for this, man.
Yeah,
we need to break
Because
it down.
do you want to extend it?
I can't be asked.
No, you see,
We've got shit that we're doing.
Let's
Yeah.
disagree. Let's agree. But
No, these are all great games.
Yeah, when you free again? You free every weekend, every week.
yeah, I ain't got no.
I want to get you on. Who's on next week? Who's on next week?
Alexander Roth.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, big up Alexander
I
Roth.
don't mind.
We'll get in the week off because I want to have a full blown episode about this because there's bare stuff to cover in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to be here for that.
But firstly, as a final for me, for my final point, anyone else want to add after, yeah?
Go on.
Bro, we can all agree. Like when Derek said to get 14, I was like, yeah. And I said I also liked. I didn't say that was the best. I said I likes. Do you get what I mean?
It was good.
So there you go. So I think there's always the best game. I think in terms of accolade, in terms of like the top selling game that WWE ever dropped. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it SmackDown 2?
Oh.
It's one of the best selling games ever.
On PlayStation 1.
Yeah. Double check it.
Bro, those adverts were legendary. Did
I
you
think
ever see
so.
those adverts?
Yeah, that was sick.
SmackDown 2 was one with Kurt Angle in the
Can we?
hotel.
Yeah, that was sick.
I'd automatically think it's either Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain because PS2 was the highest
PS2,
selling
yeah.
console, so it'd have to be one of those two.
But in terms of, see what I mean? One of them. So, do you get what I mean? In terms of like the P's and stuff, obviously it's the best selling game.
I think, okay. as a
What's
final
Michael
point-
Jackson's best selling concert? Wasn't Bucharest?
I don't know, but what I want to say is that's a point I was going to say. Going back to the comment you made about Kendrick Lamar,
yeah.
I think as to end, in my way of ending it is that like we all know Kendrick is one of the goats,
Yeah, of course.
and that's something that is just known. But at the same time, we can all sit here and I can say, "Oh, Jimmy Butterfly, Joe Buggan say, damn. You can say Good Kid, Man City, and there's still an argument for every single one. And it's not us trying to be like, oh, what man, it's just over everything. But again, there's an argument for it. And again, it always goes down to preference, down to what you, as you said, emotional ties. You could be like, fam, at the time I listened to Fire, I was like, fam, I was feeling it. And it will never leave you.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
and I mean, the thing is, it's like, what metrics mean what? Because we can go higher selling. You can go, okay, Damn's higher selling, but Good Kid, Man City's got more Grammys. Which one means more? Because even with metrics, you can still debate.
But
do you know what I'm saying?
Because something I heard that work.
Yeah,
It's like Ronaldo.
because some people be like,
comes down to.
But then again, it's
preference.
I think. Can I?
Shut your mouth is the best.
Can I say something? There's also.
The thing is, we can have opinions, but some things are just facts.
And the fact is,
there's also shut your mouth is better than Here Comes the Pain.
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's actually
No,
not.
story mode is much better.
Bro, you might always land on the story mode.
No, but that's one of the main objectives.
Next week.
But
The thing is, Here Comes the Pain should shine you.
But wait, but story mode on 2006 was flipping sick as well. Do you remember the Undertaker versus Eddie Guerrero thing?
Let's talk about it.
And that was sick. If we want to talk about story mode, we can talk about that.
The thing is, yeah, I like those story modes, but for me, those are too linear. It was too much of like, this is what's gonna happen in the story. Whereas with Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain,
different paths.
You could go anywhere.
Bro, I remember when I was younger, I must have been in a feud with like Spike Dudley or something. I hit Molly Holly with a table. And then man came out and said, yeah, we're gonna have a tables match. In my head, thinking, what the fuck?
Man, will catch me.
Is this some magic or something?
When you be running in the arena.
Wait a minute, where you going? Here Comes the Pain, you got that fucking locker room with boots.
Bro, but let's talk about the promo.
That's all you have to.
Come on, let's
The merchandise as well.
You have to get. I can't lie. You have to go and ask for a title shot.
Yeah.
The title shot, you couldn't just. That's what the GM's office.
And the draft as well. And then you had Wages return, you had Stone Cold picking a contract.
And NWO, fam.
When I was a youth, Rock Hogan and everything around that was like the biggest thing. So seeing that in the game, I don't know what it is. It just felt mad special.
Even Linda McMahon.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
It's a majority over a minority, but still.
She's in the headquarters.
I love Here Comes the Pain, though, man.
Both of them are like,
I think we can all agree on that. Can we agree with that?
What? That Shut Your Mouth is the best and we love Here Comes the Pain. Yeah, easily, man.
Top three games.
guys.
Top three games.
Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth for 2 of the 3.
Before we go ask wrestlers, top three games. What are you saying? Top 3 games. We have to list it now.
Shut
I'm
Your Mouth,
torn,
Here
yeah.
Comes the Pain,
I'm torn between
06.
3 games right now.
Here Comes the Pain sits at the top.
I'm talking between 4 games, in fact. Oh, I'm not.
No, it has to be.
Hey,
top five.
if I'm being top,
When you would fight
we're gonna have another episode.
You can climb on the ladder.
I can't lie. Yeah.
Helicopter.
One thing that actually rattles me the most is the fact that
Here Comes the Pain, fam.
We just said that.
We're saying
This guy, man.
one thing that rattles me. Yeah.
You can run on the treadmill as well and get your finisher up.
One thing that rattles me is the fact that 2K14 didn't have a career mode, man.
Yeah, just the.
Yeah, Road to WrestleMania was sick, but after that's done.
have been arsed though in these games. I remember SmackDown vs. 08, that career mode was disgusting.
Son of Just Bring is the worst career mode ever.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard that?
That is bad.
And you unlock Limp Bizkit.
That's very bad.
Fam, that game was dead. Oh, that game was so dead. And
Taz,
like,
submission.
The chokes on The Rock.
Fam, what's got the best
The
commentary?
fans love
Best
The Rock.
commentary.
The best commentary 2008.
The best what? Sorry.
No, 2008 was jokes though because
ECW.
they had the ECW and then I think JBL was always taking the piss out of JL.
Yeah.
But government mule.
Government mule, yeah.
Yeah.
2008 had the best commentary for me, I say.
What? No, 2006 for me. I always remember. Pride comes before fall, and if you ask me, John Cena's got a heck of a fall. Oh man.
But yeah, bro, give it to me.
Ask wrestling.
Oh yeah, go say what you say.
Oh, go, bro.
Did you man speak about John Moxley?
Oh yes. Yeah, man. Obviously, Tony Khan released a statement today, said that John Moxley is going to take time away from wrestling. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it's the right thing, I'm going to say, just to work on alcohol stuff. Yeah, substance, whatever stuff. So I hope we're with him. It's one of our favorite. I think it's one of our favorite wrestlers.
I was such a. I mean, I am still, but especially in like WWE days. Sorry, I'm a WWE stan, guys. But yeah, when Dean Ambrose and all that, I was such a big fan. I still am as John Moxley and everything.
I didn't like singlet. Dean Ambrose. Though.
Do you like singlet?
I didn't like singlet.
No,
I like Dean Ambrose
I like
way more than John Moxley.
The Shield.
Shield was sick, but
Shield?
singlet.
No.
Let me tell you what
FCW Ambrose. Top.
But that's not better than no Shield Ambrose, bro.
No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying my favorite
it's not,
personally.
yeah.
Ambrose in Shield, I'm never sick. Ambrose
Lunatic Fringe.
I hated that shit, man.
I like.
The only thing
I liked him when he was
The only thing
2016 when he won the title. When he won the title,
Let's talk about it.
No, but character-wise, he was. Bruv, like I can't even lie. I liked Roman even during.
Do you know what it is? I
always like Roman. I was always a Roman guy.
I didn't
I got this when he was a good guy. I got this when he was.
I didn't like John Moxley when he was. I didn't like.
I didn't like Dean.
What would you say? What?
So what? You just like Seth?
Yeah.
That's the deadest one.
Oh no, Seth.
Let's talk about it.
No.
Character-wise?
No, that's today, not back then.
That's today.
No, double belt, Seth. Are you mad? That character was sick, bro.
So are we talking post Shield?
He was double.
To be clear, post Shield.
Authority Seth was your guy.
Authority Seth was cold.
Authority Seth was pretty invincible.
My wow.
I can't lie to you.
You're saying Roman.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
You're saying the Rock lifting him up, Roman. That got booed at Royal Rumble,
Man
Roman.
said suffering succotash, Roman.
Behave.
You are capping. That hat's on too tight.
Fuck that.
You're capping.
I can't lie.
Roman was.
Wait. Have you watched? No.
Nobody likes Roman
Are
like
you
that.
ready? Are you ready for the 5 moves
This is my
of doom?
yard, Roman.
Are you ready for the 5 moves of doom?
Go on.
You ready for the 5 moves of doom? Yeah. You see Seth Rollins. You see when he became World Heavyweight Champion, when he took on Brock Lesnar at Battleground, how many of you man thought he was going to win? How many of you man thought he was going to win? How much?
But we knew that.
Of us man in the room, how many of you man thought he could take on Brock Lesnar? Not, Brock Lesnar's being booked on... Wait, hold on, let me land. How many of you man thought that Seth Rollins could take on Brock Lesnar as Authority Seth? Zilch. How many thought he could take on John Cena at SummerSlam?
Yeah, no,
How
I
many?
did.
You what?
Oh, well, when you
What? When?
SummerSlam 2015.
Yeah, the US WWE, you fought Seth Rollins.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you not remember the dream? Do you know the triple threat match between Cena, Seth, and Brock?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The Cena expect. Let's talk about it.
so hard.
Let's talk about it.
That was so
And who was
great.
in that match?
Seth Rollins. But I also remember Roman Reigns doing 3 things. Fastlane, he has a technical match with Daniel Bryan. WrestleMania, he has
And no one wanted him to win.
Huh?
No, WrestleMania match.
Wait. Let me finish. Because I think you don't get what point I get. He had a technical match with Daniel Bryan. He had a brawl with Brock Lesnar. And then he had the cluster chaos Extreme Rules match with Big Show. Do you know how mad it is to have a good match with the Big Show in 2000, let alone 2015? Roman Reigns did that, bro.
Roberto Del Rio did as well, fam. Roberto Del Rio did as well, fam.
Roberto Del Rio did what?
Yes, he did. Don't. Let's not cut.
Roberto Del Rio did what?
Let's not cut. Let's not cut. No. Let's not cut. Let's not cut. As much as we don't rate him now.
I don't even remember.
As much as we don't rate him now.
Listen,
he had a good match with Big Show.
let me.
People okay. Fucking Braun Strowman had a good match with Big Show.
Listen, I hear that.
No, but let's not discredit Big Show. Big Show's a worker, though.
No.
Let's not do that.
No.
Seth Rollins, though.
No, but I'm not. Let's not discredit Big Show.
No, Seth Rollins are wrong, but don't do that.
Before
This man is not.
No. What I'm trying to say, don't discredit Big Show. That's what I'm trying to say.
Big Show's a hell of a worker. Like Big Show,
2015.
I was exaggerating. Yeah, they were telling, they were trying to please retire. They were trying to please retire. So Roman Reigns, dead Roman. Wait, let's explain this here. Dead Roman.
They'll try and please retire.
That's mad, you know. I don't rate that. I don't.
What
rate that.
Please retire.
So
Big
please,
Show at the time.
Oh yeah, I remember
hold
that.
on. So please
land.
retire Big Show and suffering succotash Roman Reigns had a more memorable match than Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. Huh?
Which one?
Impossible. Which one?
Rules.
Which one?
Extreme Rules.
Which one?
Extreme Rules.
Okay.
Wait, the
I
mic.
thought it was WrestleMania.
Hey, guys. Hey, I'm sorry, but we have to ask wrestlers, man. I'm gonna have you back, bro. You got a good chat, bro. You got a good chat.
Nowhere because I was thinking to myself. You can't hold me right now.
I love that match. I love that. That's one of my favorite matches.
I'm gonna say the suffering succotash Roman.
It was bad. Listen, it was bad.
I never
but
rated
Seth
that
was
guy,
worse.
bro.
I think Dean. This is what I'm saying. I think Dean was the
He had
only
good matches
one.
though.
Yeah, Roman was a. But Roman,
course,
okay.
he's always
but
been a
Seth's
good
character,
No, as much as I like
was just
Roman,
Triple
during
H's
that time he had
pawn.
good matches. Roman had good matches during that era.
Roman was always
I'll
solid.
never discredit that. I'll never discredit Roman because of matches. He's a very good worker.
I think both of them had bad character work, and I think the only one with actual great character work was actually Dean Ambrose, which is what was shocking to me.
He was the more.
No, he did. No, he had good work, but his matches, like, remember the flipping match he had with Bray Wyatt and the TV exploded in his face?
Yeah.
Bad
I
fucking
think he had the
decisions.
worst matches, you know.
Yeah, he did.
Of the Shield, which is mad.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. But I love John Moxley.
But yeah, I like Dean Ambrose more. I don't know about this John Moxley dude, but
You're finished. Off camera, please, because I'm gonna show you.
Fuck.
What?
But
This is our stress things where you get you the people to ask us wrestling some questions. Our first question is from our guy Gareth. He says, who do you want to see win the tournament to become the first TBS champion? But you're not allowed to say Jade Cargill.
Serena Deeb.
She's out.
Oh yeah,
No. What I think's gonna happen, as much as she's out, I feel. Remember,
Oh, you think she
hinders-
is
hinders,
injured.
Shida. I think she's gonna take her place and she's gonna win. And then Akira comes back and then they have a feud because they have amazing chemistry, fam. Their chemistry.
I
So
think Ruby Show's gonna get.
I think Ruby
I
Soho.
don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
that's why
No, not the first choice.
we were
Did you
saying
say Sam?
we won't have an
I'm all
answer.
elite guy, but I haven't watched AEW this week.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
No, but I like WWE. You know I like WWE.
No, of course you do, but you're all elite.
Nah,
I won't
Serena's
have
gonna
a
come back
answer.
and win.
Up Vince McMahon's arse.
You're missing stuff. You're missing bare stuff. You know.
huh?
You're missing a load of stuff, bro. I'm even lying to you. Like,
See, I could do that, but I could also sleep. So I'm.
let me say something, bro. Like,
This man's capping.
we didn't.
Lie.
We didn't
I like
faith.
him.
I don't.
Wait,
I don't
him.
rate a
This
lot
man-
of the things they
I
do,
do
man.
like him.
I'll be honest,
Man's
but
I do
that's.
like him.
You're missing out some of the best.
You're missing out on the
matches.
best.
You're
Yeah.
capping.
I saw
You see-
Kenny Daniel.
Don't
I saw
allow
it.
WWE
Let
to
me-
brainwash you and think it's the only game in town, fam. Like AEW is
No,
doing
look,
amazing.
can I
things.
just say?
You can, bro. You can like both. You know it's possible to
Yeah,
like
both.
both.
Yeah, you got both.
Bro, this I was gonna say. I'm very happy that AEW even exists.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah, but you
happy
can like
with
both.
what they do. I'm very happy with what they're
You can
doing.
like both.
I'm not saying. Wait,
It's
I
okay
don't.
to like both.
I'm not saying I don't like both because I want to like just one. I'm saying I don't like AEW because I don't like the type of product they're doing for me personally.
Okay, I hear it.
I don't feel. Although to be fair, WWE ain't really doing it recently, and I was gonna talk about this as well, but I don't feel a sense of hierarchy, and I really like that in anything, whether it's wrestling.
In hierarchy in AW,
Hierarchy as in who's the top guy.
bro, it's evident.
What, Kenny Omega?
Yeah.
Why does every man get 20 minutes with him then?
What do you mean?
Because why
Every
not?
man is doing 20 minutes with Kenny Omega.
Bro.
For me personally, when you're
How
the
many minutes
guy,
you-
Bro, you've been
Wait, wait,
conditioned to
what it
think.
is-
Let me just explain.
I think what it is, I think you just prefer the WWE style in terms of
yeah,
like,
yeah, I do.
if you're booked as the champion,
You're
you're the
the
one that's dominating,
champion.
as opposed to like the more Japanese,
Yeah, exactly.
Indie American style.
Everyone has a
of
chance.
Everybody has a chance.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people have said that to me. They
Yeah.
preferred for them, it's like I wouldn't expect The Rock to go 20 minutes with this type of person.
Yeah, you know
if
what I
they're
mean?
being booked like this, also if they're fighting
Exactly.
for the hardcore title, which I completely
Like the
understand.
minute you're doing 15 minutes with
Jungle
with Super Crazy, you're not doing 10 minutes with me. You're nuts.
I
man.
rate super crazy, man. I rate super crazy, man.
Hey,
I
no,
rate super
bro.
crazy,
Why?
man.
Because he can stand on his head.
No,
What is he?
it's not you, it's some stuff, yeah. Bro, I can't lie,
I
yeah.
am super. I am crazy. I am super.
Nah, bro, I can't lie, yeah.
Super sucks.
No, bro, I
Character-wise,
can't. I need to get this guy in a Gogglebox thing because
Yeah, but you know what I
done
mean?
it all for
By the
me,
way,
man.
I'm not talking about the efficiency in the ring. Everyone is talented in the ring. I appreciate in the ring.
Not everyone.
But when you're present,
structure. You talking about structure,
structure, like you need to be in a certain
bro? I can't lie. I was.
But what you basing it on?
Yeah, no, it's not.
But what you basing it on? Because
It's not Sam Doddy.
No, wait.
Listen,
Wait. Who you basing it on? Because when's the last time Kenny, like, other than his main contenders, who's the last time he's had a match and he's gone like 20 minutes with someone?
Okay, you.
Wait.
Okay,
Think,
go.
like, during the COVID era, when they were doing the matches in the flipping factory or whatever, yes, there was people
wasn't
going
champion.
50
Can I
minutes.
just say?
But right now,
He put Sonny
I
Kiss
don't-
in a spliff.
This is all
in a minute.
This is all you guys. I don't know. I don't know too much, but that's what seems to be the
We doing the 13th.
boy. I'll be here. I'll be if it's
Come to watch
Yeah.
AEW with us.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think that's when you understand.
You guys gonna have a good time, man. You know what?
Bro,
But
yeah,
I
so
get his point.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I get his
but yeah, I
point.
said
What
you-
can I just say?
I get his point because you
I
see,
can't lie. We've got more questions to do then.
Yeah, we do. We're that time. No. So running out of time. Let's go. Off camera though. Alright though, let's go.
I know you're too funny. You know.
Roll on.
Like half an hour for this question.
Roll on.
Nabil Dad, he asks, favorite title in WWE history based strictly on looks and aesthetics.
Undisputed championship. Was a beautiful belt.
Undisputed Intercontinental.
Intercontinental one was
Which one?
beautiful.
1999 to 2000.
Yeah, when Cody Rhodes put the old one back, I wanted to.
I didn't mind it, but I didn't really care.
Go on, undisputed actually.
Undisputed, yeah.
Yeah, you guys like that?
The best.
Yeah.
That's Brock
More
Lesnar.
than the Attitude Era
Every
one.
person that held that
Yeah,
belt.
flat.
What about the
legit.
Bret Hart one?
Winged Eagle. Yeah, Winged Eagle, yeah. But I can't lie. I'd rather buy the Undisputed still.
I thought that's the easy answer. Like, think
I
about
think
it. Everybody looked legit who held the undisputed champion.
Yeah.
And no, big gold.
That's
Big
like-
gold.
that's
Of
course.
Except for CM Punk,
But me personally,
except for CM Punk, the title
Undisputed
was bigger than
Championship-
him. But everyone else,
Nah, look, I did like it on Jack Swagger. I can't lie, man.
Jack Swagger. Nah.
And I judge.
See? You think I'm doing 20 minutes with Jack Swagger? Yeah.
I'm not involved. Hey, go
Our
hit
guy,
me.
Mr. Frimpong, he asked, what were your thoughts on the Dark Side of the Ring finale and the whole?
I thought that me personally, I watched it. It's bad because whenever I watch Dark Side of the Ring, I'm glued to the screen. I was watching this and I was taking breaks.
I like you bored.
I was bored. Do you know why I was bored?
The
Do you know why I was bored? Do you know why I was bored? Do you know why I was bored? I already knew about.
I understand.
I knew about the story. I knew the story. Yeah, I knew the story.
Yeah, like Vince won.
Do you feel like the XPW one should have been the last one? Should have been the last one. Yeah.
That was amazing.
That one was nuts, bro.
Yeah, that was nuts. That Jesus thing when the guy was on the
Nah,
cross
Jesus.
and he
That was mad Nollywood.
appeared. That was scary. That was scary, bro.
Say Nollywood.
Do you remember that?
Remember the
Do you remember
cross?
that?
I gotta leave. I gotta go.
Bro, that scared me. I can't. That shook me still. I was shook still.
He also asked, apart from Brock and Heyman, what are your top 3 wrestler manager combinations?
Take up Paul Bearer.
Yeah. Take a Paul Bearer.
I got
Biased opinion.
Mr. Perfect Ric Flair, the best.
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect
Oh my
was
God,
so
Randy Savage, Miss Elizabeth.
yeah. But Miss Elizabeth she didn't really do much, did she, man?
She caused the whole
She
story with
caused
her
the
and the
whole
whole
story.
gold.
And when
No,
you're thinking about when Savage was a face.
But that come on, that wasn't really on screen. That was off screen. I'm talking about in terms of like someone that's there that's helping you win, bro. That's putting in the table or putting in a chair like that. He's walking away. Or Miss Elizabeth gives you a number.
Managers done that though.
But it added so much of a dynamic.
Yeah,
To be fair,
yeah.
Paul Heyman don't help Brock Lesnar win matches. Brock Lesnar just
No,
pumping.
but he does. His facial expressions, man.
I'll say it.
What?
That's a reach, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Paul Heyman, look at me so I can beat this guy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Paul Bearer and the Undertaker. That's it.
Come on, you're reaching for the
Bro,
stars.
I'll take
man.
I can't lie.
With the judge.
Yeah, it's mad, you know.
Man just needs to do that. You're fucked.
I'll say it.
Yokozuna
Andrade
was
and Selena Vega. I did like
What about Alejandro? What's it? Alejandro the Estrada. What's that guy called again?
Alejandro Estrada.
Estrada, yeah, and Umaga.
Oh my God, yes. And even though I
Eric
don't,
Bischoff and 3-minute warning.
nah, you're man.
Who's the brother?
No,
Come on, man, they got beat up.
3-minute warning. 3-minute warning was hard.
But they beat up hot listed
Yeah, okay.
Goldberg had both of them in a spliff.
Yeah, but that's Goldberg,
who?
man.
Austin had
Do you
both of
expect
them
them to
in
go
a
20 minutes
split.
of? Do you expect them to go?
Wait,
20 minutes of
bro. Hey, bro.
Goldberg said 20 minutes.
Hey, what's it? I think he said something mad, you know. What did he say?
Yeah, you have to
Hey, let's cut that.
What
So.
do you mean? The-
Whoa,
is
yeah.
that-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Was it? I mean,
I'll be that.
the 3-minute warning and who they would beat.
that's fine.
Remember?
I'll say off
What's
camera.
that, man? It's what he did.
Yeah, but they
What?
did though.
what he
HLL.
did.
They beat them
Who
up.
said
No,
that?
I said that. Yeah,
Do you
Hot
remember
in action.
that
They beat up
segment?
the two
That's like the
women.
most
No,
famous.
no,
And it was
I
nuts.
know
I
what
don't
he's
remember.
saying. I know exactly what he's saying.
That was
Like
the
they
whole
bust them up
segment.
and it was fucked.
Yeah.
What are you talking
It
about?
was fucked.
Do you remember
3-minute warning.
Eric Bischoff had a scene called HLL, which was hot.
Oh, the hot lesbian, yeah, hot sex lesbian.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
wasn't just
I remember. Now, sorry. I thought he was calling someone else. I was saying,
It happened.
I remember. Do you remember I said it last episode? I said that's outrageous. I say you should do it for controversial files. Yeah, I told you.
What, that segment in general?
That the people, the actual tag team or group, whatever you call them, the girls, they know the girls, the hot sex lesbian. Yeah,
I'll look at
yeah.
it.
Next question from our guy Gigi. He asked your favorite Ring of Honor matches.
Joe versus Kobashi.
That was a dope
This is
one.
when I walk out the room.
Eddie Edwards versus Davey Richards in a master match.
I'm playing. There's a
David
match.
Richards versus Tyler Black.
There is a match though. I think it's
Kenta
Bullet
versus Brian Danielson.
Club
CM
versus.
Punk versus any of the
Who is it?
CM Punk
Bullet
CM Punk
matches.
versus Colt Cabana was a good one.
Was it Bullet Club versus Adam Cole and someone else? And after
Oh
Adam-
my God, Kings of Wrestling versus Briscoe Brothers.
Yeah.
The ladder match, against Steen and
what's the match when
Oh yes, Kevin Steen El Generico was
Jay
a
Lethal
hell of
versus Briscoe for the world title.
what's the match when Finn gets super
Adam
kicked?
Cole
That
versus
woman,
World,
she gets super kicked by
Maria Kanellis.
Canellis. What match is that again?
Was it Shelton Benjamin?
I enjoyed that match. No, it was
No, that was
AJ Styles. Yeah, Bullet Club versus Kid. Yeah, that match was good. So.
Whoa, no, what was it? Cole versus.
Samoa Joe versus Fujinov. Is it
Cole
Fujinov?
versus
Is it
O'Reilly.
Fujinov? What's the guy called again?
Yeah.
What's the guy called again? Fujinov? What's the guy called again?
Kobashi.
Kobashi. See, look at me. I don't even know my shit.
Kevin Steen versus Nakamura.
That was dope.
Come on.
And what about Shinsuke versus
I forgot about that match.
Yeah, that's not his pick. You don't remember. See, that's
I can't relate.
I
can't relate.
These people.
No, chill. I actually watch it Ring of Honor, but I don't really know people's names.
Next question from the bill.
I know.
Fantasy book an AEW debut for Wyndham Rotunda and his first opponent.
I don't know.
I don't know, you know.
I don't
Doesn't
know.
need to go to AEW. Simple.
He wants to go to AEW. Do you know what he said today? He said he's not doing any indie shows. So what's he gonna go to? Man said, yeah.
Bray Wyatt AEW will not cook.
No, but he would.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
but
would. He will
But
cook.
Not the Fiend. Bray Wyatt, Colt. He will cook.
Listen,
Don't
okay,
allow
if
them
he
to
ditches the Fiend,
brainwash your
we're
mind,
cooking
fam.
with
No. The
Do you know how
Fiend will
smart
never
Bray
work
Wyatt
anywhere. I
is?
agree.
It didn't
You
work
know how
anywhere.
smart
The
Wyndham
Fiend-
is, fam.
But
Come on, he'll make it work.
But the Colt shit, that worked like a
Oh
charm.
yes. Oh, you
The
are
Colt
100%
shit.
right. If he does the Colt thing,
Because Brody Lee worked. It works with Brody Lee, but he'll do it to a different
murder
level. A
Because Bray
different
Wyatt
level.
has
But
a
Bolly was
certain-
more comedy though, isn't it?
No, Brody
That's
Lee
what I'm
was
saying.
serious.
Bray
No,
will be deep,
Brody
bro.
Lee was serious. The
But the rest
faction
of
was
Clash was
comedy.
comedy, yeah.
But
Okay.
Brody
Bray-
Lee was proper though.
The YouTube
Yeah.
show was comedy, but
Yeah.
on TV, it was
Brody,
serious.
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
did
man.
to
And he
Cody.
lied.
When he finished it, he smashed the belt. He smashed the belt. Put a belt. Man on Salt Bay. Man on Salt Bay.
Sprinkled the belt on
Salt Bay
you.
over.
Like Maggie,
You're
fam.
watching
Luke
it.
Harper was on-
Sam, you went outside, were you? Sam, you went outside, were you? You missed that. That was sick.
Luke
That was
Harper was
sick.
generally one of my favorites,
Bro,
man.
the way he banged Cody, yeah.
Bruv.
3 minutes.
Bro, he finished Cody,
Main event
fam.
I
of
love
Cody.
that.
This is
I
not
love
3
that.
minutes.
Cody had to, you know what Cody had to do? Cody had to go to the hairdressers, yeah. Dye his hair black for him to come and win.
I like
Bro,
that.
deep it.
I like that.
Storytelling.
Just. I'm not trying to see 30 minutes of nonsense, man. Just.
But you know that what
Just
Alistair Black
famous
did in the
nonsense.
first. You see Alistair Black debuted an AW. He put Cody in the
Oh,
ring.
In a
spliff.
spliff.
In the ring.
In 5 minutes. He
Bro.
put his foot on his chest to pin him.
Bro,
1, 2, 3.
13. I bet you book your ticket. Come with us. Come watch AW. You enjoy it.
Okay.
He put him in
I won't even lie to you, bro.
This guy, no, don't do that.
two
Don't do
questions.
that.
Yeah, see,
Go, go,
I'm
go, go, go.
No, don't do that. Watch
Last two
it.
questions.
Guarantee you change your mind.
Last two questions. Gigi also asks, well, he says, I never rated Ambrose, but I love Mox. Has there
Yes.
been any character reinventions that totally changed your opinion on the wrestler?
Oh,
Roman, innit?
Roman. Although I did like him before, I have to admit, head of the table is just cooking.
Character reinventions.
Hmm.
Yeah, that.
For me, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I feel bad.
You know
Jericho.
what? I know this is
Yeah.
gonna be a fucking weird opinion, yeah, but people are gonna get mad at me.
Why?
Say it, bro.
Say
I
it.
like Jinder when he was the Maharaja than this fucking.
A lot of people did,
3MB.
a lot.
This fucking 3MB is a bit more serious. The guy's
Yeah.
in denture.
Nah, 3MB was hard,
You know what I
fam.
mean?
I won't allow anyone to chat shit about
3MB was
3MB.
waste.
3MB was hard, fam.
I
Three-
did. I did.
Two of the
Oh,
man there are
no, do you know-
champions. and
I
that
think
cannot be.
there's one guy, yeah.
That's them
That
now.
cannot be
That's
hard.
them now. But
I'm not
before
having it.
then, it's
Blacks-
the free man.
Blacks-
Just
I'm not
turn
having it.
off.
Hey, there's one-
I'm going to listen.
No,
Blacks.
no.
I'm
They're
not
only
having it.
rating them
Blacks,
because
I'm
now
not
they're
having it.
successful.
Blacks is no. Don't chat.
Nah,
Do not cap.
he's already. I can't lie. He's waiting for the first episode. For the first episode, he's been talking
From
about
the
them. So
beginning,
yeah.
I've
Let's try to rush these questions.
Raven was good. Raven's one guy as well.
Ash Bash, big you up every single time, bro. He says, does it seem like Kenny is going to lose his best wrestler status doing all this goofy stuff?
No,
He's
Oh
getting
my
booked
God.
to
Boy.
one classics every Wednesday.
no.
Boy.
No, absolutely.
I say yes.
Why?
Yeah, but have you seen his matches?
No, no, what?
seen
Let
a
me
few of
hear.
A few what clips?
Let me hear.
I actually.
What's the reason why, bro? Before we
What
wrap
was
up?
last
Okay.
match show? What's
There's
last
like
match
two more
show?
questions.
What's the last
sorry,
Kenny match show?
for me, yes. I'm not. Again, I'm not a necessarily big fan of the style, but again, it just doesn't feel organic anymore. It feels like I wanna when I'm watching a wrestling
I can
match.
agree.
When I'm watching a wrestling match, I
I've
want
said
to
this
feel.
many times. I've said
I
this
want to
many times.
feel like you want to rip that other guy's.
Oh
head
my
off.
god! Oh my god! No, I've agreed on
I
that.
want
No,
to
I've
do
agreed
that.
on that. I've actually agreed on that.
Next question,
I've
next
actually
question,
agreed on
next
that.
question.
Okay,
No,
man,
because
I will say-
I've come.
What I will say-
Both of these
I've come.
men are
I'll say-
caps.
okay,
They're
what I'll
both wearing
say-
caps and they're capping.
What I'll say
Both of
is-
them.
I've come.
All this
What I'll say,
ballerina
no,
dance of-
forget all of that. Forget all of that. Forget all of that. Forget all of that. Forget all the ballerina things, yeah. Forget all the ballerina thing. I understand why people would ask that, because if someone is their output consistently every week, classics, where if someone is doing classic matches like every few months, I'm not gonna lie to you, people will say, you know what, their output is not like Kenny Omega's output at the moment is not as good as Daniel Bryan.
But is
That's
he-
just based off the matches that Daniel Bryan has been
Listen,
doing.
I'm a
Bryan
fan of
Danielson.
Daniel
When you talk about classic 5-star, is that he thought they was getting 5-star matches? Dave Meltzer, bro, that's
No,
putting the
forget
thing
all
on
of the 5-star.
Dave Meltzer is a.
What you talking about?
No, forget all of that.
Listen, Dave Meltzer. When I see you, we'll have words. I promise you.
What are you talking about? So wait,
But if I'm being very honest, if I'm
tell me off camera. innit?
if I'm
'Cause
balancing all of Bryan Danielson's Daniel Bryan's matches this year compared to Kenny Omega's
Kenny
matches,
O'Brien.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking of someone else. I'm not gonna lie to you. The levels are a bit different, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
but you're based off this. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying in terms of Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's album this year is much better. And I won't argue with anyone if they said, you know what, Kenny can't be one of the best wrestlers at this moment in time.
Bro, I'm in agreement with you. What I'm trying to say, like, Bryan has come and hit every match he's had in AEW has been fire.
But even prior to that in WWE, he's
Exactly.
run
I'm saying,
WWE.
but the same can be said about Kenny. He's had a few duds.
No, but I'm talking about this year.
This year,
I'm talking about this year.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's this year.
If we're talking about this year, yeah, the conversation, I agree with you.
Yeah,
But
but
if we're
overall,
talking about overall conversation, Kenny's not removed from nothing.
No,
It's
of course not.
it's the same way, for example, like, AJ's my favorite of all time. AJ ain't been doing nothing of
Yeah, because he with the
recently.
Omos
he's
and stuff,
still
innit?
one of the goats.
No,
See, let me tell you something.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me explain. The fact that we're even having this conversation about is he a good wrestler, is he a good wrestler, is he a good wrestler, yeah? My problem is that I don't want, like I was talking about with Organic, and I want to see if you can want to rip someone's head off. You see, man like Brock Lesnar, not many people give Brock Lesnar credit for what he's like in the ring.
No, we
fair
do.
enough. But you have that feeling when you hear that, you know someone is getting
Let me tell you something.
But then when we hear Kenny Omega's music play, we know we're gonna get a quality match.
We're gonna get a 5-star match. That's what I'm saying.
But for me, it's not.
What do you mean that's what you want?
So, but why don't you watch New Japan then? What are you talking about? Why don't you watch New Japan? Why don't you watch Nova? These men are really kicking people's heads off.
When I watch Walter come into a ring,
Fam,
fucking hell, bro.
Listen, this is WWE cutting, you know. No, listen, This is WWE capping because they see it as a thing because it's been presented in a certain way. Hold on. Because it's been presented in a certain way, they think, the way it has to be done is the way it has to be. But as man have said, there's New Japan, there's All Japan, there's GHC. If you want to see big Mandem who want to lick off your faces, type that in Google and you will see them type of matches. But because you want to go because you're like, the presentation of WWE, because you got Brock Lesnar. There's only one Brock Lesnar.
It's my style of wrestling.
You prefer WWE style, yeah.
Exactly. And that's what style.
WWE style, though. I'm into the more brawling. I'm into
But it is WWE style. But you was told that. But you was told that by WWE. No, but I lied. Hold on. But I lied. Wasn't you taught that by WWE? But that's what you. That's what you're supposed to do.
Let me ask a question.
Hey guys, we need to
cool.
give me this.
No,
Off camera,
real
please.
quick.
I'm not.
Can I just say I have the same problem with WWE? I feel like certain wrestlers should just be banging people up. One of them is Bianca Belair, but we'll move on. I don't know what that white woman. I don't know what that white woman Becky Lynch is doing 20 minutes with Bianca. That head should have been ripped off in 5 minutes. But anyway.
Last question from our guy Darren. Big him up every single time. Go check out his podcast, Lost in the Burger Sauce. He asked if you guys had a signature move, what would it be and why? Let's quickly just run for everyone.
Powerbomb.
Mine would be a brainbuster or flipping sleep hold. Because I do that shits in real life.
Powerbomb, sleeper hold.
I really do that
AJ
shit.
Styles reverse DDT, Styling DDT.
Okay, do you mean so?
That's the move I want. Fuck that. Okay, feature.
Just say you want to wind your lips on the baby.
The Decale.
Basically like a lariat, but like I'll treat like the gore, like the way Rhino does it.
Oh yeah.
So I'll frig it enough to run and just. Like,
so what do you mean like clothesline from hell then?
But a mad one though. A mad one.
Clothesline from
But
hell.
not
the mad one.
So clothesline.
So you know what I'm saying. Bro, Larry will take you out though. No, but you see where the pounces. So I'll throw you to another corner.
My finish.
Let me give you a close then. Let me give you a close then.
Shout out Monty Brown. You were one of the realists, man. They should have given you that outside of Jeff Jones.
Look at your arm, bro. Look at your arm. Look at your arm. You're gonna be giving man mandible claw. Wait, what's your finish?
That's a sleep hold.
You're gonna give man sleep hold. Bro, a lariat, bro.
Sleep hold.
A lariat.
Okay, do that in UFC. See
Lariat.
Lariat in UFC. Do that in UFC.
For me, it's a spear thing still.
Yeah, I heard that.
Spearing.
Yeah.
I used to spear people in school.
Yeah,
You know,
it's fun,
Brains
it's fun,
Foundation. You know, I was spearing.
That's a you know.
Pounds or spear? I'm trying to.
Remember that shit in the scared, like, Black Soul, gotta move it up again, man.
See, I would have done that super kick, but it was
Is that final question?
No, fuck. We're not gonna do that.
What would your one be? What would your one be?
Powerbomb.
Hey, you're nuts, man.
Powerbomb.
That's a lot.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
Hey, bring him on the other. Bring him on. Listen, my guy. Bring him on. Hey, bring him. I've been quiet today.
Nick Jackson.
Let's go.
Matt Jackson.
Let's go.
CM Punk.
Let's
Kenny Omega. I'm coming for you, man. You know.
Listen, it's been a mad podcast. Yeah, we definitely have to get you on, bro. Sorry, we always run out of time in this place, but we've got some mad stuff to film. find out next week or find out in like a month's time what's coming out. But big up everyone that's subscribed, big up everyone that's listening, big up everyone that's following.
Big up that we found out we're the 16th best wrestling podcast in the UK.
Yeah, that's nice.
Brilliant.
Let's
Nice,
go for
man.
the top 5 next year. fam.
Trust me, come for worldwide sports still.
Hulk Hogan, we're coming
Come
for
for
you.
Big up everybody that subscribed, listened, commented.
Yeah.
All the
man,
support.
it's humbling,
Keep doing that.
man.
We got something coming for you next week though. 2 weeks time, so stay up for that.
It's good to be back.
The coolest
Yes,
wrestling
yeah.
podcast in the world.
Trust me. I've been an Arfi.
Thank you.
Doughboy
Lucha V versus Jones.
Blacks.
Groovy Jimmy.
and WRESTHINGS by the Mandem for the Mandem. Bow!
And that's the bottom line.
Jade Cargill, I love you.
Trust me.
Nah, I can't.
Catch you guys next week.
You just got to the end of the podcast, and if you've enjoyed what you've listened to, enjoyed what you watched, enjoyed the vibes, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bow.